Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Center wala घुमाओ, बड़ा वाला, हाँ, that side. नारायण नारायण नारायण. आगे. When some problems come in our life, then we start thinking in a different direction. When everything is going on goody 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 goody, see? And then people approach something higher, wherein you don't get justice, but you get favor. We go to the temple and tell to the Lord, Papoham, Papakarmaham. So you should get punishment, isn't it? No, but I want favor. Devotees are seeking favor, not justice in their life. Now what is the favor? Artho. Oh, there are problems. Oh God, kindly save me from the problems. Body, mind, etc. Jinyasu, they want to know everything, but they do not know how to know the things. Third, Artharthi. There was one man who asked me, one boy, young boy, Swamiji, tell something that I should not do anything, but I should get lot of money. Artharthi. I don't want to do anything, but I want lot of money. What I should do? I said, start a Sulabh Sauchalaya. People will do. You will get money. Artharthi. See? And the fourth, Jnani cha Varadarshava. Now, who is a Jnani? Jnani is the one whose thinking is different than the masses. Masses thinking is, why only problems are coming to me? Masses. And a Jnani, to whom the problems are coming? Then he discovers the one who is suffering or enjoying is somebody. And then he finds out, who is this somebody? And there he discovers he is disturbed, miserable, because as somebody means either mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. And then we come to a conclusion. We all suffer because of two things. Because we don't have and because we have. What the God will do? Those who don't have children, they suffer. Those who have children, they super suffer. See, friends. Therefore, Jnani comes back to the source. And therefore, Bhagavan says, Jnani tu Atma eva me matam. Bhagavan says, therefore, all are okay, but the Jnani Purusha, me Atma eva matam. He is my Atma. Meaning, he starts his inquiry from the subjective origin, not from the objective origin. See? Now, normally what we do, we are all expert in blaming others for the problems of our life. So what is our spiritual practice? Try to improve others. Where God has failed, we will succeed. But this is how we become more and more frustrated. But the Jnani Purusha is the one who very clearly understands that the problem, the source is me, not anybody else. Then, bahunam janmanamante jnanavanman bhutva prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. Then his thinking, understanding is different. What is his? Bahunam janmanamante. Now here, normally translations if you take, after many lives, but we have to get rid of that thing from our head. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Nobody dies. If you take this as a takeaway, you have learned Bhagavad Gita. Nobody dies. Only what is required is understanding. That's it. When we say because of our papa in the last life, we are suffering in this life. So you were there when this body was born. Then because of all the mischief that we do in this life, we will suffer in the next life. So we continue to exist. Where did we die? Even when the body dies, means what? The 5 elements go back to 5 elements. Who died? Think, friends. Then what is the purpose? Here Bhagavan says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante. That means he has gone through many good and bad experiences. And then, Ante, finally, he has come to this conclusion that the source is I. If I am there, then my wife. If I am there, then my husband. If I am there, then my in-laws. If I am there, then my boss. See? So, Jnanavan mam prapadyate. He comes back to his source. Hey friends, the day when our standpoint of life changes. Presently our standpoint is the waves. Constantly born, dying, frustrated, fighting, shouting. Autobiography of a wave. Born on such and such day. Grew, fought, finally died. And where did she go? Go back to ocean. Who died? Bahunam janmanam ante. We have gone through so many lives. Means what? We have gone through so many experiences. What is birth? Birth is identification with something finite. See? I get identified with a lady as my wife. Immediately, husband is born. And then I realize my mistake. She also realizes her mistake. So, we amicably separate. Then who died? Husband died. The wife died. No. Then, Jnanavan bhutva man prapadyate. Then I come to realize I have made a mistake. I should not do it. Then he enters the inquiry as to who am I. See? Then he comes to know Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. Then he comes to know that we have to start our journey from the Vyakti to Abhivyakti. from the individuality to the manifestation. Husband is an individual or a manifestation of any man through any wife. But what happens? This husband is taken as a proper noun. In fact, it is a common noun. When you take husband as a common noun, you will never suffer as a husband or as a wife. Then, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% and Karnataka. And what is that Natak? Natak is we play our role perfectly well, but also we must know this is just a role. Don't get entangled in that role. We all have to play different roles. And when we practice this, you know what is the net result? Net result is we learn the art of remaining 100% in the present. Then he comes to know Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. When I is there, then everything is there. If I is not there, there is nothing. I supports everything. Now this I, is it one per head or one expressing through all the heads? See? It is here, Bhagavad Gita, we have to go deep into. So, electrical energy expressing through the bulb as light. Bulbs may be many, but light is one. Our attention is only on the bulbs. Oh, there are so many bulbs. In the same manner, bodies are many. In these many bodies, life is one. So when I go to the doctor for my operation, will I ask the doctor, is he belonging to Bharadwaj Gotra? No. Doctor is a common noun. It is not a proper noun. In the same manner, there is one common denominator because of the conditioning appears to have become many. See? I, the weightlifter, who is the I associated with the hands. I, the marathon runner, who is the I who is associated with the legs. I, the doing the asanas, who is the I associated with the legs folding. Think. Has this I become many? Exactly the same way. There is but one reality expressing in and through everything and being. This is one aspect. Now, Vasudeva Sarvamiti is everything. In one place, most of the students get caught up. They are unable to catch. See, it is easier to understand and accept. All ornaments are made out of gold, so in all the ornaments, gold is there. Easy to understand. In all the waves, ocean or the water is there, easy to understand. Because water and the wave, same, gold ornament, same. But when it is said, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, so the matter is Paramatma, the inert, the Jada, and the Chetana is also Paramatma. How can the one be both Jada and Chetan? See? How important it is. It is here Vedanta comes to our help. According to our Vedanta Shastra, the truth is Brahman is simultaneously Abhinna Nimitta Upadan Karan. Upadan Karan, material cause. Nimitta Karan, efficient cause. So the same reality expressing in two ways, depending upon the conditioning through which it is expressing. For example, electrical energy expressing through the bulb as light. The same energy expressing through the heater as heat. So what is electricity? Light or heat? Both, and yet beyond both. See? Now take another example. Very important this thing to know. Then only Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabhaha will be clear. See, take for example fire and apply the fire to water in a pot. So what will happen? The water will become hot. What is fire? Only heat? No. Heat as well as light. But because the water cannot express the light aspect of the fire, does it mean that the fire has no light? Now, the same fire we apply to the wood, a piece of wood. There you will get both the things, light and heat. If this example is clear, in the same manner, the ultimate reality expressing through the conditionings where life cannot be manifested, it is called as matter or jada. And the same reality expressing through another conditioning where it can express as life is called as chetana. So the differences are on account of the conditionings through which the truth is expressing. But what happens? We get carried away by the differences. It is here the vivek of Sankhya is Jada Chetan Vivek. And Vedanta Vivek is not Jada Chetan Vivek. It is Sat Asat Vivek. Sat means which is. Asat means which is not. How can you differentiate between something is and something is not? So what is the Vivek of Vedanta? There is but one reality. Other than that, there is nothing. This is the meaning of Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabhaha. Now apply this on yourself. Do we get the experience I am and I know I am? Is our experience in a sequence? Our experience is knowing and being is simultaneous. I know, I am. So what is the ultimate truth? Ultimate truth is that experience where knowing and being is established as one, that is God realization. So Mahatma Sudurlabha. Friends, we don't have to go and ask anybody, excuse me, am I there? No. Even if somebody tells you are not there, we will not accept it. Because our being is beyond the scope of any known means of knowledge and objectivity. Therefore, one of the simple technique is this one which I am telling you again and again, experience without experiencer. Fire, when manifest, burns the forms. When unmanifest, supports the forms. You all have seen the picture of Kali Mata, is it not? What is Kali Mata? The tongue is out and there are 52 skulls and she is standing on Lord Shiva. When Prakriti manifests, Purusha is the support. And when Purusha is manifest, Lord Shiva is sitting for meditation without a wife around. Recognize this. And what is this Prakriti? Tongue. And 52 alphabets. And she has no independent existence. He is standing on Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the substratum. Sankhya, Yoga, focus attention only on the Prakriti. And therefore, when you control Prakriti, all the dormant potentialities which are present in every one of us, they become manifest. And once you get any potentialities invoked, you cannot keep quiet. The other day, on 2nd of November, we went for the Marathi Mandal program. Whatever you have seen, I tell you what I have seen. All those, whatever things they have new, something big in the nose, bigger than the nose, something hanging on the ears, and new things and all that. Itna sara kharida. What for? You have to show it to the world. When these simple things we want to exhibit to the world, do you think if you have got those siddhis, you'll keep quiet? There was a Mahatma, he did lot of tapasya, yoga, and he got a siddhi that, oh God, give me such a siddhi that a drop of blood should be able to cure the disease, cancer. Bhagavan said, Tathastu. Then, the moment he got that, he'll keep quiet. Everything is okay in your house. Is there anybody having any problem? No, no problem. Anybody having cancer? Right? And then he found one person suffering from cancer. What happened? See, I got a cancer of the intestine. Hey, come here. Come. Now, when a person is having the ultimate, ready for anything, even naturopathy. So, come here. Give a prick. Suck this thing. So he sucks the balloon. Cancer cancelled. And he goes to the doctor. And doctor says, hey, no cancer. Really? Oh, that Mahatma came. And do you think he will keep quiet? It became a WhatsApp affair. And the next day, outside his house, 10,000 people standing in a queue. Now he was frustrated. My God, they are going to bleed me out or what? Friends, therefore, if you see our scriptures, you take all tapasvis. Tapasvis curse. Why? Because they have the potentiality, the power. See? And what for that power is used? To prove what I want should be done. And where from that power came? From the Prakriti. Therefore, tapasvis and yogis, they have tremendous anger and potentiality to bless or curse somebody. So they are still in the material, relative world. Now take another day-to-day example. But if we are abiding according to this Vasudeva Sarvamiti, there is but one reality, although expressing differently. What will happen? Now take our day-to-day example. When we are taking food sometime, our tongue is bitten by our own teeth. It happens. Will the tongue curse the teeth? Somebody has to go to dentist now. Enough is enough. No. And if the tongue goes and digs in between the teeth, removes the stuff from there, will the teeth say, tongue darling, you are always helpful to me? No. Because although differences are appearing, but differentiation is not made on the basis of differences. This is the meaning. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. So, tongue I am, teeth I am, biting I am, and loving I am. With the difference. See. So, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, sa Mahatma Sudurlavaha. Such a Mahatma is very rare. But normally what happens with people like us, Kamaistaitai rutadhyana prapadyante anya devataha tam tam niyamamaasthaya prakrutya niyata svaya. But when you want to have this desire fulfilled, that desire fulfilled, then you have to go. See, all gods have got their own menu. If you are doing the puja of Devi, you cannot give white flower, red kumkum, red clothes. Go to Vishnu Bhagwan, everything yellow, dirty fellow. You go to Bhole Babaji, everything white. See, Naivedya is different. Tam niyama masthaya. And then what we do, we only go and praise all the gods. Sukha karta, dukha karta, varta, vidhaji. See friends, kamaistete rutadhyana. And because of the desires of so many kinds, jnana, the wisdom is covered. Therefore, my friends, hold on to Kathopanishad. Kathopanishad clearly tells at the end, Yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya rudishritaha athamartyaha amruto bhavati atra brahma samashnute. Desire-free existence is God realization. Therefore, our Mahamantra, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Life is a time pass. That's it. Then you are nobody. And it is rightly said, nobody is happy in this world. Yes, it is true. Nobody alone is happy. Somebody is always miserable. See, friends. So, kamaistaite rutadhyana prapadyante anya devata tam niyamamasthaya. Then all the rules and regulations of those deities which are invoked, they will be doing it. See? शादी करा दो जय माता दी, जल्दी करा दो जय माता दी, ये करा दो जय माता दी, वो करा दो जय माता दी. And they will be going barefooted from Delhi to Vaishno Devi. Why? Desires to be fulfilled. We are only knowing spirituality means seeking the favor. Whether we deserve or not doesn't matter. I should get it. Therefore, tam niyamam asthaya prakrutya niyata svaya. Thereafter, yo yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhayarchudamichati tasya chalam shraddham tam eva vidadamyam. Now, whatever we hold on to and pray, all of them are functioning because of my grace, Bhagavan says. See? When the eyes are pleased by giving lovely colors and forms, it is the mind that is pleased. The tongue which is given different types of taste, then it is not the tongue that is pleased, it is the mind that is pleased. If the mind is not behind all of them, they have no meaning. You must have seen some people sleep with eyes open. There are some awakened people. See? Now in front of their eyes, if you take the fingers, 2 plus 2, kitna hai? No reply. Because there is no mind behind it. Therefore, behind all the fulfillment of the desires, it is the divine will. So, tasya chalam shraddham tam eva vidadamyam. And then we get shraddha. Now be attentive. Shraddha is what? Yaya vastu upalabhyate. If you are intensely longing for something, it does happen. But our longing is also, God, I should get a nice, wonderful, rich wife. But, oh God, see, it's okay, but she should be beautiful also. Okay. No, but she should be obedient to me also. We are confused what we want. Then what is to be done? जो थारी रहा है सो मारी रहा है. Oh Lord, you know what is good for me. All desires stand fulfilled if your desires are not contrary to the God's will. He knows what is our need. But we being Indians, we go to the doctor and tell the doctor, Doctor साहब एक आध इंजेक्शन लगा दो, बहुत दिनों से नहीं लगाया. अरे, let him decide, man. See? तो तस्य तस्या जलाम श्रद्धाम तामेव विददाम्यहम. देन स तया श्रद्धया युक्तः तस्य राधनमीहते लभते च ततः कामान मयि एव विहितानि तान्. Then all the desires are fulfilled, meaning all the joy that you get from the worldly object through your sense organs, they are only because of the mind behind. And behind the mind is the I. Behind the I is the life. Behind the life is the Paramatma. Every experience of our life is the GPS, where from we start and where we want to reach. But the difference is, this GPS has no traveling in time and space. How much time and space we cross to come from the sense organs and from the sense objects to the sense organs? Zero. How zero? Colors and forms are away. No, they are not away. Eyes are without color, without form. They are unmanifest colors and forms. When colors and forms are manifested, this is the world. When they become unmanifest, this is the vision. See? Waves are manifest ocean. See? Sense organs are manifest mind. Mind is manifest I. I is only limited during waking. Then what is this I? Manifest Chetana, the life principle. And what is life? Manifestation of the divinity. The journey from the manifest to the unmanifest. This journey takes that much time and efforts. As much a husband has to know that he is a man. How much time it will take? How much effort he will have to do? Then what sadhana he has to do? Karnataka. Natak karo. But small little things are enough to upset us. And then we go to this Babaji, that Babaji, and then tie something here, tie something there. See? And some Babaji is hanging in the neck, you know. क्या हुआ? उसको क्रूसीफाई किया है, जाता कहाँ है? Hey friends, discover your own divinity. I am telling discover. Don't have to do anything. The real spiritual life is the process of undoing and unbecoming. So, sataya shraddhaya yukta tasya radhanamihate lavate cha tata kaman mai eva vihitani tan. I only help everything that is happening in this world. But because we are all the time living at the periphery of our personality, we don't go to the center of our being. In this, the best part is, we don't have to do nothing. Can there be a better spiritual practice than do nothing? No. We must go for Kailash Yatra. When you go for Kailash Yatra, everybody is waiting. अच्छा हो गया वापस नहीं आया तो वापस आ गए कैलाशवासी नहीं बने Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athava Danam Jnana Vihina Sarva Matena Bhajatina Muktim Janmashatena Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam. Where are we running? And after that, do you think we forget? And have we gone there to see God? One lady from US, extremely involved in study groups, then teaching, taking lectures, and the children are very well disciplined, and they also sing nice bhajan kirtan. Absolutely theoretically perfect family. Then Swamiji, I am going to India to various places. I said, Mama, don't go this time. It is not the right time to go. Go after this. No, Swamiji, I have already booked. Everything is done. I said, very good. All the best. She came back to USA and then called, Swamiji, I want to talk to you for half an hour. I said, I have no time to talk to you for half a minute. No, see, I went there and it's all rubbish. You go to the temple, the pandits are looting you everywhere. Put money, put money, put money. What is this? I said, this is India. Then I asked her, you have gone there for God or as a sanitation inspector? What for you have gone? See, friends. Another example I tell you how under the disguise of so-called spirituality we are cheating ourselves. There was a big party in one Sindhi family in Washington DC. So I was also called, where there is food I go. So I went there. And then I have no interest in anybody's life. Very simple. Do you know why this party is given? I said, I do not know. As long as I get food, I am happy with it. No, they have got the US citizenship. And therefore, they have thrown a party. Like they throw thing to the kutta. They have thrown a party. And then he started it. You are a Swami? I said, yes. Any objection? No. What you should do, the temples in India are very dirty. You should do something for that. I said, okay, I'll go with a jadu and clean. What others should do, that we are expert in telling. What we have to practice in our life, that we don't. See, friends. Therefore, antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasam. Friends, remember this principle, which I learned, and the same thing I am telling you. Human mind cannot remain attracted, interested all the time for everything, every place, everything. Cannot remain. This is manufacturer's defect. Old couples stay together never because of love. They stay together because of wisdom, not because of love. See, so important it is. But then we get carried away by our mind's whims and fancy. And then all our life is trying to fulfill our desires. Observe what we were liking at a particular time. After some time, it becomes stale. Many houses in US, I went to somebody's house, a South Indian house. Right near the door, there was a huge Nataraj standing in that standard position. Near the door, there is to be one katori, and in that there will be vibhuti. When they have to go out, they will take little vibhuti, put here, so that people should know they have taken bath. देते हैं भगवान को धोखा इंसान को क्या छोड़ेंगे. So one day when we were going, that katori was not there. So he shouted, hey, where it has gone? I had to put on the vibhuti. You people do this. I said, hey, Mahatma Nishantaro. That Nataraja, one hand is like this thing. So I had to, wait a minute. Vibhuti. Since it was bought and kept over there, not even one tissue paper has moved on that. And you say, why don't you give it to somebody? No, 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 no. What for? See, friends, you don't have to throw anything, only learn. Therefore, real spiritual practice is a process of non-stop learning. Learn. And in learning, nobody can teach us. Remember this principle. Don't run after guru, guru, guru. If you are bent on learning, even God cannot stop you. See? And if you refuse to learn, even God cannot teach you. You have to learn. This example, which you all know, Ekalavya was rejected by Dronacharya. But he became a better archer than Arjuna. Arjuna was a special disciple to Dronacharya. See, friends, therefore remember this. Guru, Guru, God, God, don't search outside. You are. Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmana. When we learn from our experience, no experience is bad or good. In our childhood, we touched the fire, we got it burned. We learned. And therefore, towards the fire, we have no liking, no disliking. On the contrary, now we have learned how to deal with that fire which burns in such a manner that the same burning power of the fire is brought to our seva, service. How simple it is. Therefore, antavantu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasam. So their whole life is trying to fulfill the desire, one after another, one after another. See? You all can see your wardrobes. When you open, the whole thing falls down. In US, you can see that thing. They have got a walk-in wardrobes. When they go inside, like Chakravyuha, where from to come out. See? And all those saris are pathetically hanging. So the marriage was on the 31st December 2025. This Amma entered on 1st January on 2025. Friends, lesser the choice, more the happiness. How simple it is. More the choice, more the happiness. See? Therefore, antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasan. Then devan deva yajo yanti mad bhakta yanti mamapi. Friends, how much time, energy we put to earn the things in this world, to protect, if the same time and energy we apply to just be, nothing more than that is required. Therefore, we told you spiritual practice is undoing and unbecoming. And undoing and unbecoming, we are all practicing every day when we go to sleep. In sleep, we stop doing anything. And in sleep, we don't become anybody. When there is unbecoming and undoing, the net result is you are one with the divine. Like the space. Keep the space as an ideal. Just start playing whenever you get time except driving. Sitting, sit quite comfortably. What it is like being space. What must be the experience of the space? In other words, give the mind space as an object of knowledge. Mind cannot survive without the diet of name and form. Name and form. Nama Rupa is the world. How to practice that? I'll give two techniques. Try. Technique number 1. In your own room, switch off all the lights to such an extent that you can't see your own hand. Absolute darkness. Keep eyes open. Because eyes are open, they are seeing. Because there is nothing to see, therefore seer is not born. Then seeing is happening, but seer is not born. That is the truth. Now how the mind is born? Now here we are so many. Why we are so many? Because in between there is nobody. But our attention by default goes on the shapes and the forms. But shapes and the forms cannot be without the space in between. We have trained ourselves to be attracted towards something special. Drop all speciality. Same thing with the name. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, 3 times. Why 3 times? Because in between there was a silence. What is silence? Absence of sound. So make absence as an object of knowledge. Absence of sound. Be attentive. First, do not talk to yourself. You don't have to struggle for Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Mind expresses as words. When you don't talk to yourself, you have conquered 50% world. Then the second 50%, listen to silence. Meaning, don't get disturbed by any sound. Put these two things together. This is the truth. How effortless it is. This disease of doing is so much. Let the things happen. And it can, when the process of unbecoming and undoing is taken as a foundation of spiritual practice. Antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasam. So they get something, but they are not satisfied. They get other thing. No, I think I should get something. There is no end to it. And then, therefore, devan deva yajoyanti. So whatever they get, they go to that one, enjoy, but they get bored after that. Then kshine punne martyalokam vishanti. Again come back. But those who discover and dissolve in the divinity that they are, there is neither birth nor death. There is one text, Sanat Sujatiya. Study that. Death is the biggest bluff. Devan devajoya madbhatayanti mamapi. Therefore, Maharaj, avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mama buddhaya param bhavamajananta mama avyaya anuttamam. But the people, they don't recognize my divinity But they look at me as Devaki Putra Yashodanandana. Even Arjuna was recognizing him as only a Krishna, Hey Yadava, Hey Sakha iti. The reason is we have trained ourselves only to look at names or the forms. When names and forms are dropped, what remains is the truth. That doesn't mean we disagree or we hate forms. No. The truth has to be recognized at three levels. First, all names and forms are His. Nama Rupatmak Jagat Saguna Sakar. Then we grow. The Saguna Sakara is for the devotees. Then we grow, we come to the yoga, or those who are working on their mind. For them, Bhagavan is Saguna Nirakar. The one who is Saguna Sakar is Saguna Nirakar. He alone is controlling everything, controlling ability, the guna, the quality. But he has no shape, no form. He alone supports the vision, he alone supports the locomotion, everything. So he is Saguna Nirakar with attributes and with no form. And the third higher degree of understanding is Nirguna Nirakar. No form and no attribute. To catch this, work on the Akasha Yoga. Just play what it is like being space. You will discover from within. Don't give up. You will come to know Akash supports everything, rejects nothing, but doesn't get influenced by anything. We don't have to do anything, my friends. Only learn. Like the vision supports all colors, all forms. What the vision has to do? It's natural state. Doing something is unnatural. Freedom from desire is natural state. Desiring is unnatural. Therefore, avyaktam vyaktimapannam mannante mam abuddhayaha. But those who are dull-witted, instead of recognizing my divinity, they think I am a Yashodanandana. Friends. So, param bhavam ajanantaha mama avya anuttamam. They have not recognized my divine nature. Who is telling? We are telling to ourselves. Friends, upasana is done to train the mind to remain focused without disturbance. Aikagryatham upasanam. Mokshartham brahma vijnanam. Iti Vedanta Dinyam. Param bhavam ajanantaha. Therefore, they are abuddhayaha, dull-witted. And therefore, naham prakashaha sarvasya yoga maya samavrutaha mudhoyam nabhijanati lokaha mam ajam avyayam. See, naham prakasha sarvasya. Everybody will not be able to recognize me by yoga maya samavrutaha. Now, what is the yoga maya? We are obsessed and buried under the burden of the experiences gathered through sense organs, mind and intellect. All the experiences which are gathered through sense organs, mind and intellect, they cover our divinity. And therefore we are telling you again and again, Pramana Nirapeksha Anubhuti, experience which does not involve operation of sense organs, mind or intellect. Why we are not able to recognize our own divinity? Yoga Maya Samavrtaha. So then I want to see, I want to do, I want to, I. Therefore, Mudha is dull-witted. I am na abhijanati. Abhijanati means they do not recognize me. Abhijana means pahchanna. They don't recognize me. Where he is alone expressing through us. If the husband recognizes that the man alone is expressing through him, so the reality is the man, not the husband. In the same manner, it is the mind which is expressing through the vision or the hands. See, friends, it is the life which is expressing through all the functions. It is the Paramatma who alone is supporting Jada and Chetan. Go back. Mudhoyam nami janati lokaha mam ajam avyayam. They are unable to recognize my divine nature. But then who am I? Vedaham samatitani vartamanani cha Arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. But what the Lord says, aham samatitani vartamanani Arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani veda. I know the past, present and the future of all the things and beings. The sun says, I know all the things that have happened on the earth. Because in his light only everything is happening. See? So the vision says, I alone know all the colors and forms, but none of them touch me. The mind alone knows I know all the functioning of all the sense organs and organs of action, but they cannot catch me. See, the more you are able to reach near yourself, you will end up in beyond the calculations. Colors and forms many, objects many, sense organs only 5, then mind only 1, likes, dislikes many, I only 1. I comes and goes, life remains the same. When the life departs, nothing happens. Because life is also like the light in the bulb. When the bulb becomes fused, will the light from the bulb go in another bulb? But you see all these people, when the life lives, if you are a yogi, you will live from above. If you are a bhogi, you will live from below. And then that jiva will go searching where to go, jaun to jaun kaha. And then he sees in one womb there was a board hanging, TO to space LET to late. Oh, it's khali hai. Then the small I.com enters there. Then too late becomes toilet and we are born. Story is beautiful. It's a bluff. Have the courage to accept it. Why we are unable to accept it? Because we are unable to know what we call technically tatparya nirnay, or what is the moral of the story. Moral of the story is to convey something. Like in this Pancha Tantra or all this, there are many stories. See? A crow and a fox, and fox calls the crow for a dinner or lunch, and then the fox is a fox, so he gives the food or the liquid in a plantain leaf, And they come on, have it. Now that crow, poor fellow, he can't take it, because he has got a long beak. And then, okay, thank you very much. Tomorrow you please come to our house. The next day the fox goes there and a drink is given in a test tube. No, the fox can't go inside and take it. What is the moral of the story? Shataha shattena tadyate. You cannot deal good way with the foolish people. Deal the same way. But how can the crow talk to the fox? If this question comes, then the teacher will commit suicide. Hey, friends, therefore, Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna. With me only there is a past, present and future. See? Therefore, we are telling you again and again, we have to learn to remain 100% in present. Our typical Indian, particularly Maharashtrians, all the time, कुठून आले, कहाँ आले, मरत का नहीं, अरे? How does it matter who is from where? But we get lost all the time. See? It is not useful, it is not required. And when we have got this all unwanted information about anybody, then when we will, he is such and such, he has done this, who asked you? One Mahamantra is there. Who asked you? But then we become the information provider, I. He is so and so, he is so, he has done this thing, he has done this thing. Over. What is the need? See, friends. And this is how, whenever we give value to anything in this world is created. Have any one of ever spoken on our shadow? See, the day other I was going, on my shadow, a big truck went, but nothing happened. Learn, my friends. Don't ask anybody about anything of their past. Everybody has the same past. I was born, first I was going vertical, then the ceiling came. Then I didn't give up. I started going horizontal. What is the need? Give it a try. So, bhavishyani bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. Because we are lost in the last, past and future, we forget about presence. Ichcha dvesha samuttena dvandva mohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. So all the beings are influenced by ichcha dvesha, raga dvesha. Then dvandva moha. See friends, these are simple words but they carry a huge meaning. One simple technique I'll tell you. In this world there is nothing which is singular except Paramatma. Everything is in pair. And they are not opposite. They are complementary. If there is no death, life has no value. If there is no disease, health has no value. If there is no poverty, riches have no value. See? If there are no patients, doctors have no value. The world is existing in complementary opposites. So what is the way? Accept gracefully. But I want only that. It will never happen. And whenever we accepted the dvandva gracefully, we don't suffer. Like day and night. We don't suffer. We accept it, yes. Now day, now night will come. Go ahead. Dvandva moha. But we want only this thing should happen, that should not happen. So, ichcha, dvesha, raga, dvesha, dvandva moha. And therefore, whatever I like, I run after that. Whatever I don't like, I run away from that. And ultimately, our life story is run, Milka Singh. Therefore, sarva bhutani sammoham yanti. all of them are deluded and sarge yanti parantapa. And therefore, punarapi jananam, punarapi jananam, it continues. Therefore, ये तु अंतगतम पापम जना येषाम तु अंतगतम पापम जनानां पुण्यकर्मणाम ते द्वंद्व मोह निर्मुक्ताः भजन्ते माम दृढ़व्रताः. How beautiful. येषाम तु अंतगतम पापम. What is the papa? Papa is when our interaction with the world create any samskar on our mind, good or bad, it is a papa. There is nothing singular in this world. There cannot be absolute sin. There cannot be absolute merit. They are together. Therefore, yesham tu antagatam papam, jananam punya karmanam. So those people who are leading their life in such a manner that they do not gather impressions of likes or dislikes on their mind. As a result, te dvandva moha nirmuktaha. Live at zero complaint level. How? Jo thari rahe, so mari rahe. Give yourself the zeroist choice. Only by listening to this. Now watch the quality of your own mind. This quality of our mind has to be maintained 24/7. For that, while dealing with the world, drashta bhav. Don't get involved with anybody on any count. While you are sitting for your prayers or meditation, sakshi bhav. Don't get influenced by any thought. Don't fight with the mind, chitta vritti nirodha. But then start playing what it is like being without thoughts. Then from within you will get. Can the thoughts come without the words? There was one international yoga conference somewhere, and somebody, one dean from a yoga institution college from Bihar, what is that? Munger. He also was there. And afterwards he came and told me, Swamiji, which are the books that you are reading? Because this I have never read anywhere, that the thoughts come by putting the clothes of the words. So if you stop talking, you don't have to do anything for chitta vritti nirodha. Where did you get it? I said, andar hai, dekh lo. Dekho Maharaj. Don't trust me. Longer the beard, more doubt. Practice yourself. 2 minutes, don't talk to yourself. So your eyes are open, you are seeing. Your ears are open, you are hearing all sounds. When you are not talking means the mind is not reacting. And the mind has not become dead. Therefore, 3 qualities of the mind: quiet, alert, and vigilant. Quiet, no reactions. Alert, absolutely aware of what is happening. And vigilant is our interaction with the world creating dents and deaths of the mind or not? 3 things. येषाम् अंतगतं पादं जनानां पुण्यकर्मणां ते द्वंद्व मोह निर्मुक्ताः. They have transcended the world of relative existence. Nirmuktaha bhajante mam drudavrataha. They are drudavrataha, they are committed to this. Our commitment is आज करे सो कल करे सो परसों भी क्या करना, जीना है अब बरसों. Many times when they come for the retreats, there we start in the morning and then meditation and everything, and then they get inspired. After going home, I will do that only. And they go home also. And in the morning, 4 o'clock, 4 o'clocks. Their sleep is also over. But then their mind comes to their help. Arey man, you are now 72. Yes. Till this date, you never woke up so early. What difference it made? These Babajis are good for nothing. They have nothing to do. And therefore they go on telling, hey, and go to sleep. Then as usual, wake up at 9 o'clock. And then, oh God, today also I could not get up. Or I wanted to get up in the morning. Tomorrow I will try. Repeat performance. Third day onwards, you come to a conclusion. ये अपने लिए नहीं. Hey friends, such people lack self-confidence. You know what is self-confidence? You respect your knowledge. You are not doubtful about yourself. That is self-confidence. I will try, but I don't know whether I will. Zero self-confidence. See? So, ye dvandva nirmukta bhajante mam drudavrataha. We have to be committed. Jara marana mokshaya mamashrita yatanti te brahma tad vidu krishnam adhyatmam karma chakilam. Now these last two verses. Te jara marana mokshaya yatanti. Those who are now ultimately putting sincere efforts to transcend the body identification. Body has got two things, jara, old age, and mrityu. Those who want to go beyond old age and death, they brahma tad viduhu. They take hold on me, mama ashritya. They are not taking support of anything in this world. Take your own support. Be at peace with yourself. Highest spiritual practice is be at peace with yourself. Then te brahma tad viduhu. Then alone they will be able to recognize what is the truth. And Krishna Adhyatmam Karma Chakilam. What is Adhyatma? What is Karma? Sadibhuta Adi Daivam Cha Sadi Yajnam Cha Ye Viduhu Prayana Kale Pichamam Te Viduryati Yukta Chetasa. Then what is Adi Bhuta, Adi Daiva, Adi Yajna, and how at the time of departure from the body they will be one with me. With this, the 7th chapter is over. Now these last 7 questions, which are the seed for the 8th chapter. In the 8th chapter, Arjuna starts with this. Sir, you told Brahma, Adhyatma, Karma, Adibhuta, Adidaiva, Adiyajna, and who is the in this body, and how at the time of death, who can remember you? Kindly tell me. On the basis of these 7 questions, 8th chapter begins. Therefore, beauty of Bhagavad Gita is every chapter is complete in itself and yet makes a link between 2 chapters. Study and enjoy the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.